What up, y'all? It's your man ES the Hermit Star back again with another video, and I'm here to do the monthly reading for the sign of Leo. So if you have Leo in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. Happy February, happy new month to you, Leo. I don't know if you're gonna hear this, but if you do hear like some blowing sounds or whatever, I have the heat on. It is 18 degrees outside. It's been winter time where I'm at, so yeah, if that bothers you for whatever reason, make sure that I get enough money to where I can move somewhere warm so I don't have the heat blasting in the video. All right? Okay. No disrespect, Leo. But anyways, we're to do your read for the month of February, as I've stated. We'll see what your spirit team, what God has for you. I know that glare is crazy, but you know, we're here now. We have 3 cards. I'm gonna do a whole full, at least 6 card spread. Why not? Why not for my cousins? Let's see what's the word. Any other jumpers out here? So from what I'm seeing now, and I'll pick them up soon, it does look like a lot of what's needed of you for February in order for you to maximize February and pretty much, you know, the rest of your year, or at least get the second month of the year started off in a great on a good foot, is for you to pretty much it seems as though again it's you're kind of, how can I say this, tailoring yourself to somebody else's standards, maybe someone that you trust. We'll spread that message out when we get there. But honestly, let's just get started with the cards, with the tarot. So we start with the Magician in reverse here. I'll try to make sure I hold it up in the sun. Hey, beams on me. What can I do, right? But this is someone who is wasting their potential. As I was stating before, maybe you're doing so by trying to fit into somebody else's mold of you. I get the feeling that it's somebody that you either trust, or what's being advised of you is to have this childlike sense of creativity, or yeah, this just either creativity or self-expression that you once had when you were a child. I'll get to why I said that. But after the Magician in reverse, we have the Temperance in reverse as well. You know, this is someone who is very much desperate, someone who can be very much impulsive as well. You know, I'm looking at your cards so far, Leo, and I'm seeing someone who has been, it seems as though like you've been tainted by fitting into a standard of what it means to be a grown-up, or what it means to be an adult, right? I feel like I'm speaking to a Leo out there who, again, is just trying to fit into everybody else's standards rather than just you being yourself. And, you know, a true adult is someone who can make their own decisions and, you know, live the life that they live. Adulthood, although yeah, there are like certain, I guess, aspects of adulthood, it doesn't necessarily mean, and probably even those aspects are wrong. Like, let's just, for an example, everyone has this idea that if you want to be someone who is truly independent or whatever, if you want to be taken seriously as an independent adult, you have to have a car, right? Let's just say that's the rule or whatever, right? And you don't have a car, but you're still able to get around from place to place responsibly. And yeah, meanwhile, the people you know who have cars have trouble getting from place to place to place, and it seems like they have excuses for why they can't hold up to their adult responsibilities. But you don't have those excuses, you know, or not very much of those excuses. but yet because you don't have a ride, they still don't view you or don't think you're a responsible adult. When a responsible adult is someone who can still take care of business and also doesn't make excuses when they are, messing up, right? Car or not. That was just an example I gave. That's just what came to mind, but that doesn't necessarily mean that fits you. If it does fit you, great. If it doesn't, that was an example. What I am saying by that is, when I gave that example is, now I'm getting hot. That's not what I'm saying, but what I am saying is, you live by your own rule, live by your own standard, and it seems as though you've been trying to live by other people's standards and probably pushing yourself in ways in which doesn't necessarily feed who you are, feed your maybe financial circumstances or just whatever the case is, right? We'll continue, of course. Next, we have the Ace of Swords, someone who can think clearly, new ideas and breakthroughs as well are the messages of this card when it's upright. It's great to get ideas from people that you trust and people that you honor, of course. But again, just like with that example, or just with your life in general, you're the one that's going to have to live it, Leo. So you might as well make decisions and have the breakthroughs and that fits you the best, rather than going based off of what somebody else is saying might work, or did work for them, or might work for you, because that's what adults do or whatever. That message is just in my head. It could be relative to you. It could just be something that is it could be a lingering download that needs to be said, right? Your next card is Wheel of Fortune. Unexpected events going toward your destiny, essentially, what you're destined to do. So that's why I keep reaffirming to you that you should really just follow what is feeding you, what you feel is right. Because the other voices outside of you, and they don't know what your destiny is. They don't know what your end game is, what your goal is. They don't know these things. And even if they know them in the sense of you told them, you expressed these things to them, and they don't know what it takes to get there. They don't know what it's like to get there. They don't know what it's like for you specifically on this journey. So they still can't really, tell you what to do in regards to all of this. After that, we do have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Someone scarcity mindset. I honestly don't think this is you, Leo. Maybe a bit of you, in the sense of, again, you have been shaping yourself because you're in fear of losing out on people, maybe even losing out on money, making moves. You have been very, let's just say, conservative with your money. But I really do think that this is more so an outside voice telling you you have to be this way, instead of going in a route that you feel is right. Maybe you want to make some investments that this individual doesn't make, and therefore they're advising you to be this type of individual, or not even doesn't make, but they wouldn't make. Right? They don't make any financial moves with their money. They don't try to get their money to get them more money or try to grow their money. Their whole idea of just save, or just don't spend, or just don't use the money that you worked hard for. Essentially, that's their advice for you. And as I stated before, I feel like, at the very beginning, I feel like this is someone that you trust. Someone you probably have known for a long time, since you all were kids. Normally, depending on the read, of course, depending on the situation, I would like seeing the Six of Cups, right? I like seeing this. But in this situation here, again, I do think that you are kind of being guided by an voice, whether it be an internal voice or an outside voice, maybe a mixture of both, that they feel as though they know you because they've known you for so long, right? But they don't truly know who you are. They don't truly know the type of individual that you've grown up to be, right? And instead of acknowledging that aspect, they're like, no, I know, what's best for Leo. I know them. I've known them longer than they know themselves, type situation. So be very much mindful. I'm not going to tell you to cut this individual off. I'm actually going to try to clarify and see what this Six of Cups, is really saying here, or, if there's any other thing that's coming to mind that Spirit wants me to reveal about this Six of Cups. I should have clarified that Queen of Pentacles in reverse as well, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm pretty confident. Yikes. So when I asked for clarification of the Six of Cups, the Tower in reverse came. Right after I told you I wasn't going to tell you to cut this person off. Listen, I'm still not going to tell you to cut the person off. You do what you feel you do. You need to do. Just still come back to this video if you do end up making a decision and there is, a bit of pain, a bit of chaos that happens when Tower moments happen. Don't come back here and start blaming me for whatever decisions you make. I can only read the cards and based off of that give you the best reading I can give you, to be honest with you. What this symbolizes is a need to end something. Again, I'm not going to say end a relationship with this individual, whoever that Six of Cups is representative of. I'm going to say probably end to be safer, on the safer side, to protect your relationship or potentially protect your relationship as well as protect yourself. I'm going to say you need to end this. You need to allow this maybe this hold that they have on you. I'm trying to figure out a word. It's not even a maybe. It really is like you really need to end it. As far as like let go of. I'm going to say this. Let go of time. And when I say let go of time, I mean let go of this idea that because you all have known each other for so long, that their word means more than your word, right? I pulled the Sun. That was the card that I just pulled. And this is you living in your truth. The Sun isn't just bright and present in this read. Literally, it's here. Literally in the cards as well. This is your read, Leo. Although I have 3 Leo placements, so this could be relative to me as well. But, this is your read. And ultimately, I think what is needed to be let go is not necessarily the relationship with that individual, but this idea that they know you better than you know yourself, right? You got to live in your own truth. You got to express yourself. You got to make the decisions you got to make. You can't let somebody else's fears continue to get in, stop you from making decisions or to get you to make decisions that are not necessarily living up to your truth at all. Now, I feel comfortable, giving you this tarot read. Even if I didn't feel 100% comfortable, it's what's coming up. But I think we figured it out here, what's going on in this situation. I truly believe you are being guided to go toward your destiny, what is for you, and you got to listen to yourself at the end of the day, yourself, your spirit team, of course. And there's nothing wrong with having people in your life who are close to you and wanting to, maintain that relationship and be there. and have them as a guidance. But I don't even think this friend is, you know, this Six of Cups. I don't even think they're someone that you kind of look up to. You kind of, and when I say kind of look up to, I don't mean like that you look at them as some type of mentor. That's also why I believe the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, because they're not a queen. And I don't mean that as disrespect. I'm not disrespecting your childhood friend. I'm saying like they're not someone of that ilk for you. You know, they're not someone that you view in that way. And yet, because they believe, again, that they've known you for so long, that they have that right to take this position of someone who is a queen or someone who is a ruler over you. You know, not in a toxic way, but in a way that seems to be like, I think their intentions are well, but you know, what's the saying? The road to hell is paved with good intention, something of that nature. So it's like, I don't think that they mean ill when they're trying to tell you to not do this with your money or be this way, be that way. I think they're actually looking out for you, but that's not their position. Their position is to be your friend. And yeah, friends do give advice, but I don't think this is the type of friend, or this individual per se, the Six of Cups, is that type of friend. I don't think they're that type of friend to you. It's not their position. Their position is to be whatever, probably like, you know, whatever joys you all, you know, whatever you all enjoy doing as a child. Again, we have that Ace of Swords here, and then you have the Magician. Although it did show up in reverse, it's still here. It's a lot of creative energy. Maybe you all work well. You all's relationship dynamic, yours friendship works well when you are both working together as creatives. You know, when y'all both are just creating whatever, creating experiences, creating maybe whatever you all create or had created when you all were children, right? Created games together, created adventures, whatever the case is. I think that when you two are in creative mode, that's when you all's relationship is truly in alignment. But when they're trying to be your mother, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, this ain't it. And that's also why that Temperance in reverse is here now that I see it. Because there's an unhealthy balance between you all's relationship dynamic. That's not how you all roll. You know? Like, you know, there's some friends that I have where we can joke around and like that's all we do. We just go around and we joke, this, that, and the third. Other friends, we are more so, you know, not to say that we don't laugh or, you know, whatever, but, you know, we work well when we work together on creative things as well. I can't create with all of my friends, all the people that I'm cool with, right? Some folks are just, you know, good for, you know, getting on the phone and chatting and gossiping, right? Others are good for creative work. Others are good for, you know, going out to places, right? Others are good for, you know, other things, right? So it's like it's like you and his friend. And I'm saying creativity again because you have the Magician here, although in reverse. But the Ace of Swords is still here upright. I'm going to show you once again. And again, that's just a lot of creative energy. So I'm guessing you and this friend were just, you know, in you all's highest form of honoring this relationship. You two are very much creative souls that connected because of this joy of creativity. And as long as, you know, you all keep the relationship that way, it seems as though alignment will be, you know, you all will be in perfect alignment, for lack of better wording, right? But when they're trying to be somebody who you know, other than that, let's just say, again, you know, a queen figure, a mother figure, or, you know, someone higher than that, then that's when the imbalances happen. And then that's why that Tower in reverse is showing up, because it's like you're not saying something, you're not putting this type of dynamic into an end, and you need to do that because that's not how you all's relationship works. So, kind of tangential, but it needed to be said. I did pull an oracle card for y'all. So today's card that you have is stand strong. Some more firm believing in yourself energy. But let's read what it says. With defense as your shield, find strength, and we're gonna restart. White words on a damn near white card, right? Stand strong. With defense as your shield, find strength and preservation, guarding what matters most. Again, you know this. You know what matters most. Not this friend, right? They're your friend. Y'all enjoy doing whatever y'all enjoy doing. But they're not here to dictate your life. They're not here to tell you on which direction to go. You know said direction. So not to sound rude or anything, but as long as they play their role within this relationship dynamic, you all will be fine. But if they continue on this path of trying to impede on that, I'm not going to say things are going to go bad, but things are not going to be in alignment. That's how I'm going to word it. They'll go however they go. I'm no fortune teller, but what I'm seeing here, true alignment with this individual means they're not trying to mother you. So that's what I have for you today, Leo. Hopefully you got something of value from this read. If you did, please hit that like. Leave a comment how this is relative to you, if it is relative, or if you just want to say hi, leave a heart. All that is greatly appreciated as well. Share this with another Leo or anybody you feel is in need of this message, and subscribe as well. I want to thank you for trusting me for being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers for today. Like, comment, share, subscribe once again, and until next time, until next month, you'll see me when you see me. Take care.